After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me. Welcome back to So Pumped and this awesome beginner-friendly workout. Now today's workout is going to start out with a movement called swimming, and that is on the floor. So you're going to make sure that you have enough space to lie down and extend your arms up overhead with your legs straight. You're also going to want to have a little bit of a cushiony surface, so maybe if you have some sort of exercise mat or just do this workout on carpet. Our next exercise is going to be front kicks. And we're going to follow that with stars. All three of these movements are low impact and there's no jumping, so it's perfect for indoors, especially if you live in an apartment building. I kind of beautiful minded this workout, so buckle up while I explain it. One round of this workout is going to be 20 seconds of swimming, followed by a 10-second transition to get up into our front kicks. We'll do 30 seconds of front kicks, followed by a 10-second transition to get ready for 40 seconds of stars. Then we'll take a 10-second rest to transition back down into our swimming, and we'll repeat it for another round. So 20 seconds of swimming, 10-second transition, 30-second front kicks, 10-second transition, 40 seconds of stars. After we've done those 2 rounds, we'll take a 1-minute rest. So we've completed 5 minutes of this workout. We're going to do all of that 3 times. The total workout time is 14 minutes. All you're gonna have to do is follow along with me and do what I do and change exercises at the beeps, so don't worry too much. How about if we go ahead and get warmed up? Then we'll practice the movements and then it'll start to make sense. We're starting today's warm-up with some seated versions of our classic stretches. Have a seat, and we're starting out with our seated version of our cradle stretch, taking an ankle across the knee and then leaning forward. So as we lean forward and pull our chest toward our shin, we should feel that stretch here through the outside of that top leg. Now go ahead and stand up and switch it out, taking that opposite ankle across the knee and again leaning forward, pulling our chest down toward that top leg. Good, sit up again, let's switch it out. Again, leaning forward. Now to intensify this stretch, we can push that top knee down and really lean forward even more. Sit up, switch it out again. And here's we're doing our seated cradle. We should be feeling that stretch in the outside of our top leg and not in our knee. If we're feeling this in our knee, we want to adjust a little bit, maybe bring that leg more across, like we're trying to cross our legs as we lean forward. That target area is here in our glutes. Let's do 1 more each side. Good, and then switching it out again. Excellent, and now staying here in our seated position, I want us to take one leg long and we're going to lean forward. We can use a hand on the knee to help support us as we lean forward, gliding that hand down our straight leg. We should feel a stretch here through our hamstrings, those muscles in the back of our straight leg. And then let's sit up, switch it out. That leg is straight, toes are pulled up toward the ceiling, and we're just hinging forward. Good, again, sitting up and switching, hinging down toward that straight leg, pulling our toes up toward the ceiling. We're thinking about hinging from our hips, so we're pulling our belly buttons down toward the floor as opposed to just rounding forward with our spines. Let's switch it out again, straightening the other leg, toes toward the ceiling, hinging from our hips. Good, and switching out again. And let's do that one more time. Excellent. Stand it on up. Now you might need to move closer to the arm of your couch. We're going to be doing a couch-assisted quad stretch. So use things for balance if you need to. We're going to take a foot to your seat, and then we're pushing our hips forward. The target area for this stretch is the front of our leg, okay? Go ahead and switch that out. So other foot goes on the couch or chair, and then we're pushing our hips forward. And keep switching that out. If you are tall like me and you're not quite feeling that stretch with your foot on the seat of the couch, then you can put it up a little bit higher on the armrest. We're thinking about pushing our hips forward. And we really want to, switch it out again, we really want to feel that stretch here through the front of our hip, through the front of that leg. And of course, this is a modified version, switch it out again, of standing on one leg and grasping our ankle here. So if that's easier for you than resting your feet on the couch, you can do whichever version works best for you. We've switched again. One last time here. Good, okay. We're stepping away from that seat and let's do an overhead stretch. So grab one wrist and just big stretch up overhead, a little bit of a side bend here. And then switch it out, grab that other wrist, big stretch up overhead. And switch it out again. Good, and again. And then relax the arms down, give me big arm swings forward and back. Nice, switching the arm that's on top each time our arms come forward. And then I want us to march in place. So just a little march here, just barely picking the feet up off the floor. But give me some big exaggerated arm motions. Excellent, march a little bit longer here in our low marches. And then I want you to pick the feet up a little bit higher. So we're still not at our highest marching height. We're about like a medium height here for picking up our feet. Still doing those big exaggerated arm swings. As we're lifting our knees a little bit higher, we're pulling our ab muscles in strong as those knees come up. And then let's get the knees as high as we can go while we're marching here. So we're pulling our ab muscles in strong, getting those knees up as high as we can. Height for you might look a little bit different at your highest march than mine does. You do what feels best for you. And relax, good. Let's go over the movements that we're going to use in today's workout. Our first exercise today is that swimming exercise that we will do on the floor. So we need enough space to lie down with our legs out long and our arms up overhead. And it's gonna be more comfortable if we have some sort of mat or carpeting or cushioning that we can lie on. Let's come all the way down onto our mats, but first just watch me as I do this exercise. You're gonna be lying on your stomachs. We're gonna rest our head down on the floor, arms up overhead, and we're going to lift one leg and the opposite arm and relax it down, and then one leg and the opposite arm and relax it down. To start out, we are going to keep our head relaxed down in the floor the entire time. Let's try this all together. So we're lying down on our stomachs, forehead relaxed on the floor, and we've got our arms up overhead. We're going to keep our head relaxed down, and let's lift our right arm and our left leg and pause here. And then relax that down, and let's lift our left arm and right leg. Good. And relax back down. So switch again, right hand, left leg, and down, and then left hand, right leg, and down. Do it again. Right hand, left leg, pause here. So our leg is long and straight, our arm is long and straight, relax down. Switch again, left hand, right leg, pause. Again, our arm and our leg are out straight, and pause and relax down. So this is a version that you can do in our workout today. Forehead stays rested down, and it's a slow cadence, lifting one arm and the opposite leg, then down, one arm and the opposite leg, then down. The way we make this more difficult is by speeding up that cadence. So we can still keep our head rested down, but we're just going a little bit faster, moving at our own pace here as we do that swimming motion. Now, if you've never done this exercise before, start there with your head rested down. If you'd like to take it up a notch as the workout gets going, what we can do is take our arms and legs out long, then lift both arms, both legs at the same time. Keep them hovered in the air and do that swimming motion with our arms and legs all in the air. If you decide to do this, we want our eyes looking down. We don't want to crane our neck and look up toward the ceiling. We're keeping a neutral neckline. We're also lifting both legs so that our thighs are up off of the floor and our arms stay up off the floor the whole time too. This is definitely a more advanced version of that swimming exercise. So work up to that. Maybe you don't do it at all today, but maybe you do it the next time you come around to this workout. Each time we come around to our swimming exercise, we'll be doing it for 20 seconds at a time. From here, we're transitioning up to a standing position. Move nice and slow if you need to. Please don't get lightheaded and pass out. Hold onto your couch, whatever you need to. If you feel yourself getting lightheaded, take a little pause. Let's all be safe here today. But once we get transitioned up to our standing position, we're doing front kicks. Front kicks are pretty simple. We're just kicking our feet forward. So start out with me nice and small. We're lifting a knee, then kicking that leg straight, lifting a knee, kicking that leg straight. It's a little bit like our marching that we did in our warm-up, but instead of just lifting the knees, now we're extending that foot at the end of our kick. So if we stay here with our heels just a few inches above the floor during the workout, you are gonna get a great workout and you are doing fantastic. If you'd like to make it a little bit more difficult as we go on, maybe you lift the knees a little bit higher and you're able to get the feet a little bit higher, right? Maybe we can go even higher than that. What I'm looking for here though, is that you're able to keep your chest up, abs in strong, torso upright. Don't sacrifice form. For example, I don't need you kicking high if your torso is melting and rounding down. So abs are in strong, chest up, and we're not sacrificing that for the height of our kicks. Let's add one more thing in here. Keep doing front kicks with me. I want to see those arms move too. There you go, you got it. So whatever feels best for you, maybe you get the arms up in front of you like a boxer, or maybe you want to swing your arms like you're marching. Keep those arms active during your front kicks. Every time we come around to front kicks in this workout, we'll be doing them for 30 seconds at a time. Our third exercise in today's workout is stars. We're starting standing up, and I want us to squat down until our forearms touch our thighs. Then we're exploding up like stars, lifting a leg out to the side, then coming back down, forearms to our thighs, and then exploding up into a star, lifting the opposite leg to the side. So try that with me. Forearms touch the thigh, arms up, one leg out to the side, back down, forearms to the thighs, opposite leg out to the side. Let's do one more each side. Good, forearms to the thigh, opposite leg out to the side. Just like with our front kicks, the height of your leg is up to you. If it feels good for you to kick that leg up way high to the side, then you just go for it. But you are still gonna get a great workout if your foot just comes a few inches off the floor. So do whatever feels best for you today. One other note, as we're sitting back and putting our forearms on our thighs, we're sitting into a mini squat. Every time we squat, we keep our feet flat and we send our butts back and down. Practice 2 more stars with me here. So sending our butts back and down, forearm touches the thighs, and then we extend that leg out to the side. Again, squatting back, our butt goes back and down, feet stay flat while we touch our forearms to our thighs, opposite leg goes out to the side. Every time we come around to our stars, we'll be doing them for 40 seconds at a time. Those are the 3 movements in today's workout. You're ready to get started. This workout is starting in 10 seconds. And remember, we're starting out with those 20 seconds of swimming. So we're lying face down on the floor. And go. 20 seconds of swimming here. Lifting opposite hand to opposite leg. Now, if this is the first time that you're doing this exercise, I recommend that head stay down on the mat and you move at a more controlled cadence. So lifting opposite hand to opposite leg, then down, opposite hand, opposite leg, and down. There's the bell, so we are taking 10 seconds to transition up into standing. Remember, take your time if you need to. For our front kicks, so here we go, 30 seconds of our front kicks. These can be at whatever height feels best for you. I always like to take the first round of a workout and kind of treat it as an extended warm-up. So you're feeling it out, not going as high as you absolutely can, just checking in on form, making sure that we're doing everything that we said that we were gonna do. So our torsos are up tall, our abs are in strong. We're moving our arms here as we do our front kicks. Just a few more seconds. And now we've got the 10-second rest to catch our breath a little bit before we go into a challenging 40 seconds of stars. Getting ready. Here we go. Forearms touch the thighs, and then we're putting our arms up overhead, switching a leg out to the side each time. So this should be the most challenging part of the workout here. Your heart rate is going to start to rise. You're going to start breathing a little bit faster. And as you do, I want you to take big, deep breaths. So encourage that good oxygen to get all throughout your body. Really feed those muscles that are working here in our stars for 10 more seconds. You've got this. We're making sure to send our butts back and down each time we squat. Big stars, and then we are resting. We've got that quick transition back down to the floor for another 20 seconds of swimming. Getting ready? Go. All right. Lifting that opposite arm to opposite leg. Maybe we can speed it up just a little bit, but this is often an awkward and challenging movement for people the first time they try it. So don't rush it too much. Remember, form is first. So just think about keeping those limbs long. I talk too long. Let's switch it up to standing again. And going into those front kicks. Excellent. So we're in our second set of front kicks. We kind of know how long 30 seconds feels. We are feeling warmer. Maybe we're getting a little bit more comfortable, getting those feet a little bit higher, maybe going at a little bit of a faster cadence. And this is going by quick. We've only got 10 more seconds here. Nice. And then we've got another set of that challenging 40 seconds of stars. Pause for 10 seconds. And remember, after this set of stars, we're resting for an entire minute. So let's go here in now. Start time. Here we go. We've got a minute rest after this. So let's really work on these stars. Sitting back and down, and then lifting those legs out to the side. Good. Keep going, keep going. Again, heart rate should be up. You should be breathing here. Challenge that squat, really getting the forearms down to the thighs, lifting those legs out to the side. Good. You're almost there. Come on, keep moving. You got this. 3, 2, 1. We've got a bonus 10 seconds of rest, and then we have our entire minute of rest. So keep the feet moving. Catch your breath, take some nice deep breaths, grab that water if it's around. So, excellent job in those first 2 rounds. We've got the rest of this minute of rest, then we're going to do another 2 rounds, then another minute of rest, then 2 more rounds, and then we're done. So we're already a third of the way through our workout. We know how each of the exercises feels, and we should be taking stock of where we already feel challenged, and maybe we just need to maintain that pace in those exercises. And then maybe there's exercises that you're like, okay, I've got the hang of that. So these next 2 rounds, I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit more. Think about where that is for you, and let's get ready for these next 2 rounds. So we're heading back to the floor, getting ready for our set of swimming in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. So remember, one way to challenge ourselves would be to lift our heads up, but we're still keeping our necks neutral if we decide to lift our heads up. Another way would be to lift both arms, both legs, and keep them lifted while we do our swimming. But swimming goes by quick. Let's lift ourselves up. And we're getting ready for those 30 seconds of front kicks. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Abs are in strong. We're keeping our chest high. Good. Putting those arms wherever we feel comfortable. Nice. Lifting those knees and then extending the legs. You got this. You got this. Maybe keep the feet a little bit lower if you need to. Just whatever you do, keep moving. And 10 seconds of rest. Whew, we've got those stars coming up next. Take some deep breaths. You know you can do this. You've already done it twice already. Here we go. Forearms to the thighs, big star. Big proud star. Nice. You can make this workout even more fun if every time you pop up into that star, you say out loud, I'm a star. I'm a star. Try it. Come on. You know you want to. Do it with me. I'm a star. I'm a star. It feels good because you are a star. You are doing this workout. You are challenging yourself, and I am proud of you. And you are a beautiful, capable star. Let's go 3 more seconds here. Excellent. 10-second transition back down to the floor for our swimming. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Moving at the pace that feels right for you. So before we speed it up or make it any more difficult in that way, we want to make sure that our arms and our legs are staying long and we're moving from our hips and from our shoulders rather than bending our knees or our elbows. Standing back up, transitioning into those front kicks. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds of front kicks. So this is a beginner-friendly workout, which means this might be the first workout that you have done in a long time. And if you have that couch next to you or a wall or whatever, and we need to keep our balance by holding onto that couch or wall or furniture that's next to us, as long as we can keep ourselves moving, you are doing fantastic. So don't limit yourself by looking at this and going, I can't do what Erin's doing, rest. So I'm not gonna do it. That's some BS right there. Figure out a way to keep moving at your pace. 3, 2, 1, stars. Here we go. Move it down into the stars. Squat, and then you're a star. Feel free to say it out loud again, because you're a star, and I'm a star. Keep it going. Exercise feels better if you smile. It's science. Try it. See what I mean? Keep going here. We've got 10 more seconds of stars, and guess what's next? A minute of rest. So here, do a few more stars with me. And 10 seconds bonus rest, followed by an entire minute. You are doing so well. We only have 2 more rounds left. We are 2/3 of the way through this workout. So once again, just kind of keep the feet moving. Go pet your dog, go hug your child. If you don't have either of those around, give yourself a drink of water. If you forgot to grab water, just stand here and smile and feel very proud of yourself. You're challenging yourself, you're doing this workout, and you are doing what other people are not doing. So you should feel very proud of yourself today. We have 30 more seconds of that rest. And then y'all, we're into the last portion of this workout. 2 more rounds of everything. You know exactly what it's like. You know exactly what you're getting into. No need to be scared. If there's room to push yourself on any of these exercises, I want you to go ahead and do that. Let's make our way down to the floor. 5, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's make sure that we're breathing here while we're doing this swimming exercise. Anytime we're doing core exercises, sometimes it's easy to hold our breath, but that is not what we want. So keep breathing here. Legs are long, arms are long, we're almost there. And relax down. Transition up into standing. Keep breathing. Front kicks are next. And here we go. In those front kicks. Hey, maybe while you're doing these front kicks, you add a little bit of a punch in as well. You can get creative with it. There is no limit to how you do your front kicks today. Do what feels best for you. 10 more seconds here. Good. Keep breathing. Torsos are tall. We're pulling our belly buttons in and up. And rest. All right, we've got our stars here. You can do this. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Sitting back and down, and then up into our stars. Remember that squatting portion of these stars, we're keeping our feet flat. We're sending our butts back and then down, keeping our heels on the floor. Doing that mini squat here. Forearms touch the thighs, and then we explode up into that star movement. Good, keep going. You've got this. As soon as you're down, you're right back up. As soon as you're up, you're right back down. Come on, keep moving, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, good. Transition to the floor, y'all. This is our last round. Let's go. I mean, don't go. Like 3, 2, 1. Now let's go. Last 20 seconds of swimming. Breathing here. Legs are long, arms are long. Nothing wrong with keeping the head down and just doing that slower cadence. If this is where you're at today, and you are still with us, and you are still moving, that is awesome. Transition up. All right, we've got our last set of front kicks coming up right here. 2, 1, and go. Nice. Keep the abs in strong. And there's 2 ways that we can challenge these front kicks. We can go a little bit higher, or we can go a little bit faster. So even if our kicks are down here, we can challenge ourselves, but making those kicks go by even faster, picking up that pace. We've only got a few more seconds here. Keep kicking. Good. 10 seconds of rest. This is our last set of starts. We have 40 seconds of movement, and then we are done with this workout. Let's finish strong. Here we go. Sitting back and down, and then up into those stars. Good. Each time we take our arms up overhead, it's those big, strong, proud arms, straight, reaching out toward the ceiling, kicking that leg out to the side every time. Big smile on our face because we are so proud of ourselves that we have almost finished this entire workout. It's so good for us. We're feeling awesome. We're feeling alive. We've got just a few more seconds here of our stars. Keep going. Finish on a strong note. Here we go. Yes. And we have done it. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Keep moving around. Keep those feet moving while the heart rate comes down a little bit. Maybe grab a sip of water, but don't go anywhere because we're stretching right now. Similar to our warm-up, we're again using our couch or our nearby furniture or seat for our stretch session. So let's start out with our quad stretch. It's the exact same stretch that we did in our warm-up, except instead of switching leg to leg, we're gonna hold it for 45 seconds on each side. So make sure that you have something to help you keep your balance, and then put that foot either on the seat, but again, I'm tall, I'm putting it on the footrest, and then we're thinking about pressing our hips forward. The leg that we're balancing on, we don't want it stick straight. We don't want it locked out. So let's have just a little bit of a bend, a little micro bend in that leg that we're balancing on. And if we're not feeling the stretch here, so first thing is pushing those hips forward, tucking our butt under, pushing our butts forward. If we're still not feeling anything, and if we have that range of motion and we can do it safely, you can reach back, grab that ankle, and do the full standing quad stretch. It's up to you, and we're gonna stay here for 10 more seconds. Good, and let's switch it out. So now, other foot is either on the couch or wherever we were resting it. And let's press our hips forward, tuck our butt under, press those hip bones forward. Feel that stretch here through the front of our other leg. And the leg that we're balancing on, remember it's not locked out. We've got just a micro bend in that knee. As we're stretching here, we're taking big, deep breaths, encouraging our heart rate to slow back down as we get into our cool down here. Can you see this? Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to interrupt you. He never chases his tail. And then I bring the camera out and he chases his tail for you. We're staying here for just a few more seconds. Keep pushing those hip bones forward. Excellent. And now release that leg down. Let's come and have a seat. And I just want you to relax down, but sit up nice and tall. And we're going to take one arm across our body, use the other hand to pull that arm across. So we're not pressing on the elbow joint, we're taking our hand to the middle of our forearm, sort of pulling out and back. So we should be feeling this stretch here through the back of the arm that is across our bodies. And give me 5 more seconds here. Good, and let's switch it out. So now the other arm comes across our bodies. And again, we're just using that opposite hand in the center of our forearm, pulling out and back so that we get that stretch through the shoulder blade of the arm that is across our bodies. Keep breathing here. Hold for 5 more seconds. Good, and relax that arm. Okay, so from our seated position, let's scoot up so that our butts are right on the edge of our seat. Then I want us to take our knees wide, and we're going to go to sort of a seated straddle. So we're going to let our upper bodies sink down between our legs. So it's like whenever people are feeling lightheaded and they put their head between their knees, that's kind of what we're doing right now. So we're pushing our knees out to the side. You can either maintain your balance by keeping your hands on your knees, or if it's comfortable and you have that range of motion, we can take our hands down to the floor. And we're just relaxing down. We can let our backs round off. We can let our head relax down. Where you feel this stretch is going to depend on where you're tight. So as we're pushing those knees out to the side, you might feel a stretch through the inner thighs. You might feel this in the lower back, might even feel it in your neck as you let your neck relax down. There's not really any right or wrong as long as you're not feeling any pinching pain. We don't want that. From here, let's walk both hands over toward our left foot. So just subtly switching the stretch up a little bit. You might feel the stretch now a little bit more in that right side of your back as you reach that right arm over to the left. And then let's walk our hands past center and walk both hands out toward our right foot. So now we're shifting that stretch to the left side of our lower backs, really reaching out toward our right foot with our left hand. And then let's walk both hands back toward the center and we will ease ourselves back up to that seated position. Now again, if you're feeling a little lightheaded, hang out here for a second. But if you're feeling up for it, go ahead and stand on up. Again, don't pass out. Use things for balance if you need to. Last thing we're gonna do is a calf stretch. So we have our furniture here and we are just putting the balls of our feet on the furniture, pushing that heel down and forward. That leg is straight, and we're thinking about pushing our hips forward, getting that stretch through our calf. And then let's switch it out. So I have my foot hovering in the air. That's just because I can't put the ball of my foot on the couch with my heel down on the floor. If you can do that and your heel is on the floor, that's gonna make things way easier. Regardless, our leg is straight. We're pushing our hips forward. We're thinking about trying to close that angle of our ankle so that we feel that stretch through our calf here. This is our last stretch. Let's take a few more deep breaths here. Excellent, and relax. Thank you so much for joining me in today's workout. I really hope you enjoyed this workout. And if you did, and if you thought of someone while you were working out and you thought, hey, my friends, family, whoever would love this workout, why don't you go ahead and send it to them right now? I'll see you next time.